Everybody goes crazy about a guy who slings white fluid from his body. But as soon as I do it, suddenly I'm not allowed near schools anymore. Everyone's got their kink, their things they like, things they don't. I don't like to fuck death things. Thought about it, tried it twice, not for me. Went out to dinner with a cannibal last week. She said, "Yeah, I'll have the ribs." I love movies. I think someone should make a movie called Circumcision, or at least an extended cut. People talk about making good quality film, shooting 3K, 4K, 8K, okay? You know what's one film you don't want good quality of? Your birth video. Yeah, they had to reshoot mine. Cut! Alright, put him back in. I was born 9 times that time. I'm a big fan of Star Wars, the sequels, the prequels, the index, the suffix. I was hanging out with my uncle. He's here tonight. He lives in the basement of another guy's house.
Yeah!
Anyway, he was telling me, and another thing I hate about Star Wars, The Last Jedi. Luke says he goes into hiding for nearly killing his nephew. That's not so bad, Luke. I can relate. My friend was telling me about this baseball player named Duncan or something. Duncan. I'm like, first of all, that's the wrong sport, right? I'm not much of a car guy, but I can recognize when I need to tune up. I took my car into the shop last month. The technician asked me, "What's the problem?" I said, "Well, it sounds like 2 mice are fucking." I don't know, it's squeaky. An hour later, he calls me back. He says, "Well, sir, it seems you have a worn belt." I said, "You're right, I am wearing a belt, thanks." That guy's ball joints, L joints, U joints, dispensary joints, $1,900. And I think all I did was go in for an oil change. I was out in public the other day, dressed as myself, aggressively metrosexually. An old man with a scowl and mustard on his face approaches me. He says, "Where do you get off?" I looked the man right in the eyes, and I said, "Alone in my bed." They say you are what you eat, but I don't remember eating the biggest fucking disappointment I've ever seen. I love being alive, it's my second favorite thing. Has anyone in the crowd been depressed at some point in their lives? Anybody? Okay, great. When does that get better? Huh? I tell people I don't believe in suicide, and some people tell me, "Well, Bryan, whether or not you believe it exists, suicide does happen." I was reading about these suicide machines that have been developed in Switzerland, a machine that releases gas and kills you pain-free in 30 seconds. So, I know where I'm going my next holiday. I've been going to the same dentist all my life. They treat me like a king, like royalty. The last time I went to the dentist, they said, "You need a crown." My appointment's Monday, I can't wait. My name is Bryan, Bryan with an I. People generally spell it incorrectly, especially in email. Bryan with an I. And I'd say people spell it wrong 7 times out of 10. Yesterday my friend Ryan texted me, and he spelled my name wrong. Ryan, how are you spelling my name wrong, man? It's just your name with a P added on. So I was crying myself to sleep the other night, right? There's no punchline, I'm just unhappy. If I were a fruit, I'd be melancholy. So I have a bachelor's degree in film. I went to Wayne State University. So guess what I do? Food service. Yes. I had a friend in film school. He suffered from ADD, Attention Deficit Disorder. He told me, "I'm no photographer. I can't even get my camera to focus." I have another friend who insists I went to film school just to shoot pornography. He asked me, "Are you going to be the stagehand or the grip?"
Oh!
Alright, if you like cheesy shit, I had 2 friends in film school, Mike and Chad. Now Mike needed to borrow Chad's camera for a class project. So Chad thinks about it, and what do you suppose Chad does with that camera? He lends it. Right? Yeah. Last month I did my first ever media interview for a film I directed. I think I did pretty well, except for one question. He asked me, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" I said that for 4. I just finished directing a movie during a pandemic with 67 cast and crew members. We had 69, which was legendary, but 2 of them died of COVID. Don't worry, I haven't paid them yet. Has the pandemic drastically affected anyone else's life in a negative way?
Yeah.
Anybody? Yeah. About a month into this pandemic, so somewhere like around April last year, my roommate, he wakes up with sores all over his mouth. He tells me he's got to go get tested for COVID. I say to him, I don't think mouth sores are a symptom of COVID. They're not? No. So fuck that guy, he wears his mask. I'll tell you that. I've been single a little over a year now, I don't mind it. Relationships are a lot about compromise. You gotta do their stupid shit, so they'll do your stupid shit. Yeah, sure, I'll go with you to your mom's on Saturday, if you come with me to my chemotherapy on Sunday.
Jesus.
I want to give you guys my one and only opinion on abortion. Not that my opinion even matters, a little bit, seeing as I'm a white male and capable of even having one. Trust me, I've tried. I think hanging outside of an abortion clinic on one of the walls, there should be a sign that says, abortion, bringing out the kid in you. Directions are weird. It says to tear here. No, it says to tear here. You gotta cry on it. I don't drink, but I don't judge those who do drink. I'm all for cracking open a cold one, unless we're talking necrophilia. Then I double down. All right, a few more for you. I love rock music. I like rock music a lot. I like classic rock music, because most rock music is classic rock music. Any rock music can become classic rock music. You just gotta give it 5 years, right? Think about it. So I heard a sauna is the best place to raise your self-esteem. You ever get a new brand of chapstick and it just like completely destroys your lips?
Yeah.
Like my skin's falling off, I'm having hot flashes. It's definitely chapstick, nothing else. I'm not gonna see a doctor. Anyway. I'm lazy when it comes to certain things. Instead of shaving my leg hair, I just like get a tattoo. So the artist has to do it for me. You can do that once. People often tell me to play the lottery or scratch-offs, lucky for life, all that shit. The one I remember in particular, someone said I should play 50-50. I'm like, yeah, but what are the odds I win that? 20-80, 40-60, or 50-50? So, a question for you guys, something to really think about. We live in Michigan, right? We go to the beach, realistically, what? 3-4 months out of the year? So tell me, how is the pool and spa place still in business, huh? What they got going on 9 months out of the year? They pushing floaties? They pushing floaties? Someone find out. Let me know. All right, I got one more for you. I've got a friend. He's got a very important job. Really important. I think this guy's a hero. My friend, he delivers babies to the morgue. You guys have a good night.